Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome back to my existing subscribers and welcome to any new ones. I'm here today to embellish and put some ephemera on the inside of this little envelope journal that were made in the style of Tanya from Tatty Treasure. First thing I'm going to do is bind in my pages. The last video it went on for an hour, and I did say I would do those at the beginning of this video. So I'd already cut my pages to size, and I'm going to use my punching cradle. I find it much easier to bind anything from a notebook up to a big journal using this. So if you've not seen one before, they're available various places. I got this from Time to Create, they're called. They do YouTube, Instagram, and they sell through eBay, and I think they do, I'm not sure if they do Etsy, they definitely do eBay and Amazon. So right, you can already see how much easier that is, can't you? I'm not going to do any measuring. It's not got an awful lot of pages. There's 10 sheets, which gives you 20 leaves and 40 sides. So that's about the middle. So I'm just going to punch a hole. I'm going to go about an inch up front bottom, and then again about an inch up front top. And I'm just doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. The cradle has a gap between the boards to allow your needle and your brad awl to slip through nicely. Right, so I've already got my needle threaded. I've got more string than I need. They say you perhaps need 2.5 times the length of your book. I've got about 3.5. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go in through that centre hole. Then I'm going to go in either the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter which. I can do it. I'm trying to do it with my left hand here. I did well there, left-handed. Yep, that's gone perfectly where it needs to. Pull a little bit more through. Then I'm going to go back down the other hole, pull that through, and then we need to go back in the centre hole. This is where I have trouble sometimes. I'm very good at passing my needle through the thread. It's not end of the world if you do that, it just makes your life a bit more difficult. It's harder to tighten your thread. So I tend to pull mine away and try and go in, avoiding that thread. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't. This time it seems to have worked. So then you want move the cradle out of the way. One side of the thread, either set one this side of that centre thread, one that side. I don't know why that took so much saying. Make sure you've pulled it tight through. Tight, but not overly tight that you start ripping your paper. And then I just do one knot and a bow. It is waxed thread, so it's not going anywhere. I like to do a bow because that leaves a lot of thread for anyone who may then want to add charms onto the bottom of this. They can just undo the bow and you've got plenty of thread to play with. Look a little bit neat. And then I'm just going to snip it off using whatever scissors I can grab. So there we are. That's our pages bound in. I've got them upside down. The pages weren't directional, so it don't matter. Right, pop that punching cradle out of the way. We've now got our little journal. I've used squared papers, various tea dyed, and some lined papers. Yep. Right, we've got as far as putting that pocket on. We haven't fastened that down because I did say I might want to put some acetate on, and I've decided I'm going to. If I show you the other journals I made, the one which has a pocket like that, I didn't put acetate on. Can you see? I've put a butterfly, and that was a Tim Holtz one, and it looks, it's a little specimen slide. This one I'm going to make it look a little bit more authentic by popping a bit of acetate in. So I've grabbed glad I didn't lose that. I've grabbed a piece. I buy it in A4 sheets. I do use packaging when I can get hold of ones that are suitable. If I buy stamps, you know, stamps come sometimes with a piece of acetate the stamps are on and then another. But because I put a lot of my stamps into, folders, I don't need to keep all that acetate, and I use it for, making windows and things. So, I don't know whether I'm going to cut this with my scissors or my trimmer. Because there's a very wide rim there, I think I'm just going to come in and cut it with my scissors. It's not something that needs to be completely perfect. You probably can't see this anyway. If I do that, you'll see it, because we've got electric lights on. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to cut again there. Ooh, I picked that up and didn't realise. Silly woman. So yeah, we've got that aperture covered. I'm going to pop these other two straight back with my acetate or I'll lose it. Oh, there we go. There's various things you can use to stick acetate down, but my favourite one is the red line tape. I just find it does it that bit easier for me. Do I have any out? No, I'll just pop in my drawer and grab some. Come on, drawer, you will open. Let's get a thin roll. No, that's way too thick, that roll. Here we go. This is my humongous roll of rather narrow red line tape. It sticks. This one is acid free. I'll tell you how strong this is. Do you know one of the things they use it for? You know your UPVC windows? They use it for sticking components in those together. And it's what they call a, is it pressure? Anyhow, if once you've applied it, you put your two things together, if you then burnish it, it will then stick and it'll not be coming off at all. This will take the back of the paper off before the tape will part with the paper. So I'm just putting some all the way around the edge of that aperture. Because I've cut my little acetate window slightly smaller than the outside, I will then be able to glue that down to there with my Cosmic Shimmer. Before we glue that down, we'll have to pick an image to go inside it. Right, pop that back in my bag. I always keep this in its bag. I mention that every time I use it because it picks every tiny little bit up. It's so sticky. Right. I can't pick that acetate up. So that's going to go on there like so. Before I stick it, I'm going to pick a butterfly. I've got my same little bag of fussy cuts that I had to decorate the front. Let's just grab those. And we're going to pick a little butterfly. I'm just going to randomly grab a few that I think might fit. So let's have a look see. I like that one for size, but I don't know if I like the colour of him. I'll just pop these off to one side that I've not used. Oh, that's another little one there. What's the colour of him looking like? I'm trying to use things up rather than get new things out. If you saw the video where I was showing you the mess on my desk and all my little tubs. Oh, that one's nice. But again, I don't like the colour with the green. So I refuse to fussy cut any more butterflies until I've used some of these that I've already got done. Do I like him? I do like him. He's too big. It's just that lucky dip. I think I've used all my favourite ones in here now. Oh, he's looking interesting. But I think he's going to be too big way too big, but I think it'll look lovely somewhere else. I think we're going to go with that one. Yeah, I think that's a Hearty Maze one. And looking at that, I think I cut that one out on my Cricut. That's the way it's cut. And to be honest, this is why I don't cut a lot out. I have trouble calibrating my machine to cut properly, and that to me is that's not good fussy cutting. So I go around it and cut a bit more off. I just don't think that looks neat at all. I don't know whether that's something particular to my machine, because other people swear by it for fussy cutting. I'm not so keen. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong, because when I buy print and cut files from other people, they tend to work fine. So yeah, I think it might be user error. Alright, that's, yeah, just cutting a little bit more of that white off till I am happy. Much happier with that. I even want to neaten that up a bit. Go on, you can come off. Yeah. Just neaten that from that side. I know I need to take a smidgen off. That I can live with now. So let's get rid of all these little white bits I've cut. I'm going to ink the edges slightly. I could put something behind the butterfly, but I don't think I want to. I think I like that craft colour showing. Sometimes you don't need it, do you? Sometimes, as is the best way. I'm going to stick this down with a little bit of my Cosmic Shimmer that I still have standing in front of me to remind me of its name. I think I could do a little list of regular things that I forget the name of. So I'm going to fold that down to put the butterfly in, just so I know I've got it as I want it. So he's going there. I'm going to grab my piece of acetate. But first I'm going to grab my blunt craft knife. Can you see I'm in frame? Yeah. And peel the backing from this red line tape. There you go. Put it on the floor bin. I'll be moaning then when they get stuck in over these bits. There we go. So grab the acetate, and I'm just gonna, ooh, get my finger stuck to that. Just pop that on. There we go. When I fold it up, can you see it glinting here? We've now got acetate in that window. I really love the look of that with the acetate. Just make sure I've got that clean enough. Any finger marks I've got on it while I've been using it, I'll clean the inside, because we are going to stick that down, and I'm pressing down on that tape as I do it. So I'm now going to come in and just put a line of my Cosmic Shimmer around to glue it down. Don't need a lot at bottom, but it will just stop it. Every little helps. Belt and braces, as Fiona would say. So that's that. And there we have that cute little pocket. So we need to make a bookmark type tag for there, don't we? Now I'm going to show you something I made a while back. I might have a go at making some of these, but as I've already got some ready made, it's some Franken pages. I've just ripped up pieces and glued them to 160 GSM sheet. I've used smaller pieces there. Oh, let's get back in frame. And got that one there. I've incorporated some burgundy in them. I don't think I want that in these, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to cut that up to make some tags and journal cards that are going to fit these pockets lovely. We've used a different green, we've used a few different ones. So firstly I want to make a bookmark that's going to fit there, and I've decided I think I want that bit to be showing with the lines. So I'm going to grab a blank piece of card to help me. Oh, that's a tag, but that's going to help me decide the size of it, isn't it? Right. So the width of that is, grab your little ruler, girl. I didn't have everything to hand. I've used my little ruler today and it's somehow got lost. Use the plastic one. So what's the width on that? We'll go in inches, 2.5 inches, but we've glued it, so we've got to allow for that. So I reckon that needs to be a maximum of 2 inches. And height wise, that's going to look about the right height, isn't it? 2 by 6. Yeah. So I didn't need that in the end, did I? Put that away. So I'm going to cut a 2 by 6 inch piece off the edge of this. So I'll put the book to one side so I'm not resting my trimmer on it. Put the lid on the craft knife. I'm so untidy, I really am. Put the needle away from binding. It's no wonder I lose things. So we're going to cut this at 2 inches first. We may have to cut it down slightly more, I'm not too worried about that. So 2 inches wide, and it wants to be 6 inches high. I think I should just cut that off and we'll be left with stripes. Yes, quite like that. 6 inches high. Ooh, itchy. So I'll leave my chopper there because I might have to cut it down again. So let's try popping that in there. Oh, I thought that fit might be a bit tight, but it's not. I actually like that. That's perfect. So that's going to go there. Bit of fluff. Before I put the franken paper away, I'm going to measure for there. Now that one, I want a little journal card and I want a tab on it. So let's get the ruler and measure this depth. Because I put that eyelet in, it's going to reduce the depth a little. So that's going to be just over 2 inches deep. But then we've got this part, so I could make the card 3 inches with a little tab. So I want one 3 inches high, and again I think I'm going to go 6 inches, 3 inches wide, sorry, and I'm going to go 6 inches high. And I think I'm going to go from this side. So 3 inches wide, chop that down, and 6 inches high. I think I want to cut the green bit off the bottom. Yeah, I do. So that's our card for in there. That's that, I like it. Now let's flip to the back. We want one for there. So what's the width on that? Turn it the right way around. 1, 2, 3. The pocket is 4 inches. We've got a bit of glue at the edge, so we want to make it 3.5. And height wise we can go up to about 6.5 if we want it to be. Yeah, 6.5 I'm going to say. I've got how wide it is already. Oh, what a memory. 3.5 wide, 6.5 high. So I'm going to chop into this again. Tell you what, I'm going to chop the 6.5 height first. Ooh, it don't go 6.5 high this. So it's going to be 6 and a guess at wherever 1/2 inch is. So that's 6.5 high and 3.5 wide. We'll go for that one. So that should fit in there if I've measured that correctly. Might be a bit, no, it's not snug, it's just perfect. And then we want a little piece to tuck in there. Oh, I think that one's going to be perfect, isn't it? Or is it? What about that one? No, I don't think that's high enough. It leaves too much brown showing. It's going to have to be this one. The width is going to be perfect. Shall we swap that out for that? Do we need one so wide in there? We don't. I'm going to switch that for that. I'm going to trim a little bit off the top. I think that fits better. So as you've just seen, measuring until it's right way to go. I'm going to cut that one about there, which is just above the number 2. Oh, don't cut your string, woman. That string wants to come in chopper. Let's see if that is the correct size for the back. I think it's a little too high, so I'm going to trim a little bit off the bottom. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, and it's just a little bit too long as well, so we're going to trim a smidgen off the side. By using this Franken page, it's took away all the stress of deciding how to collage it. Oh, I like that. And that. So we're just going to come in now and put some extra elements on these. I want to use some labels, ink the edges, perhaps put a couple of words or fussy cuts on. Ooh, tell you what, before we decorate those, let's cut a big card for the back of there. I want to use a piece of craft card for that. So let me just grab one. Here we go. I think this might have been the page from a journal. I don't think it's from an A4 sheet. Just move my trimmer a minute while we measure. So, height of our journal interior. But let's not even measure it in numbers. Let's grab a pencil. And let's just mark it. It wants to be about that high. And it wants to be about that wide. And what I want to do is, as Tanya did in hers, let me show you. The journal card she put in the back, she got the tab at the top incorporated in it so that it didn't get in the way of the string tying. So I want to do the same thing. So, how far is the tab going to stick out? I use the envelope punch board, they're about 1/2 inch. So I'm going to cut it there to start off with, if you understand that. The width of the tag, the width I want the journal card to be, plus 1/2 inch, because we're going to cut a tag into it using the envelope punch board. Right, let me show you. So we pop that in there. Now, can you see it sticks out too far? Because we're making a tab that will allow you to pull that journal card in and out. So grab the envelope punch board. Where are you? There you are. Tidied all my punch boards up. It's quite scary, really. So you'll see I do this quite often. Make tags and tabs with this. So I want the tab. Do I want it right at the top or nearly at the top? Nearly at the top. So I'm going to come in about, it's about 1/4 inch. And I'm going to punch there. Yep, then I'm just going to guess it, eyeball it. Punch about there. Then I'm going to cut away that part and we're left with a tab. For this I'm going to use my craft knife and my ruler. I'm getting quite good now with that craft knife. I know it's here, I've seen it. I've just put 26 other things on top of it. So there's the craft knife. Where's the ruler? Oh, I put it away. Here we go. We'll use the little one. just long enough, just. Right, I'm going to line that up with one that lines on my mat. Complete edge. Then I'm going to come in. Yeah, it's just about 1/4 of an inch, that actually. I'm going to line the edge of the ruler up with those 2 valleys. Can you see? And then I'm going to cut this off. Just a smidgen nearer that needs to be. That's it. This is quite a thick card. Oof, I've done it. And I'm going to turn it over to do this bit, so I'm still doing it away. So I'm going to line the edge of the ruler up with the edge I've just cut. I'm going to cut that off. Once I've cut it off square, I'm then going to round. I'm going to round that corner a little bit with my corner punch. So grab that corner punch. These can be a bit tricky to fit on. I might have to end up doing this by hand if it doesn't fit in because of that tab. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'll just check on the depth of that. I may need to cut more off that edge. I should not put that string on yet. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. So you'll see that sticking out. There's still room for your string to tie round, just like the one Tanya did. Good thinking there, Tanya, on that. So I'm gonna round these corners, and then I'm gonna have to do the other one by hand. Do you know what? I'm gonna take that little bit of card round that corner, then I can pop it on there to just draw around it, just to make sure I don't cut too much off, because I have a tendency to do that when I'm trying to cut something like this by hand. Even with that to draw around, I did it a bit rubbish. Oh, I can live with it. I can live with it. Oh, there we go. So we've rounded all those 4 corners. And this is the only one I'm going to do some collaging on. So that can pop in there for now. What I need to do is this. Can you see? I need to get my glue. We need to glue that to one side or the other. It's wanting to go that way, so I'm going to glue it there. That little flap. That's what would be the sides of the bag if you're opening it up and using it as a bag and not using it as a journal as we are. There we go. Then it'll be much easier to open this and get your journal card in. There you go, Julie, that's much better. So that pops in there. And that's that one done. I quite like the look of that. Right, now we need to give these some attention, don't we? Should we start at the front with these 2? Yeah, let's start with this bookmark one. Have I left enough to put I think I want to put a tab, sorry, on the top of that. But first I'm gonna round these corners off. I'm using the 4mm medium size one for no reason other than that's the one I picked up and used. No thought went into that whatsoever. Oh, it sometimes goes really squinky, this. I find it quite annoying. Right. Ink up these edges. And let's get a tab. Which tab shall I use? I've got a little box again here. I've got very organised with my boxes, basically so I can find them when I want them. Where are you? I'm looking at the box. What I want is going to be right in front of me. I'm just struggling to see it. Here we go. Oh no, they're tags, not tabs, look. A little box with random tags. I've already got it out. These are about the only things I've not got labelled up with my brother label printer, and do you know what? I'm going to label them. So here we have my random tabs. We've got the ones that I make on my Cricut, which I'm running low of, and I've spoken to Tanya. I do them for her. She's running low, and my Cricut's still on a go. So if anyone knows why my Cricut's printing at 1 page per basically 20 minutes, let me know. Do we like that? I like that. Look at that one actually. There is a smaller version of that. Let's see what that looks like. Again, these are just ones I punch when my mojo's not there. I think I'm liking the small one best. Oh yes, I do. So that one's going to get inked up and popped on. There we go. I've been after this die set for ages. I've been eyeing it up because I had a few of the Planner Essentials ones by Elizabeth Crafts, and then again Tanya started using this tab and it looks so amazing. I thought I've got to get one. There we go. I have not bought any clothes for myself for a full year, but I have bought some craft supplies instead. There's the ones that I need and I have to have, and I put those through my business, but then there's ones that I just plain want, and I know the prop's never gonna pay for themselves as a business expense, so I just buy them as my own personal stash. And the Elizabeth Craft dies is one of those. I use a few tags in my journals, but the others just for me to play with. Oh, I do like the look of that. Really do. I think I don't even know if I need anything else on that. I think if I put something else on it might spoil it. You can use that for journaling, can't you? I'm going to leave that. Leave that well alone. Right, this one, I'm going to come in round the corners again. They're all on cream cardstock, these, by the way, so they're ideal for journaling on. Let's give that a bit of an inking. Yeah, the reason these go so well is the papers I've used are from that same Die Cuts with a View paper stack as this green paper here. It's a really good stack, that. So that's going to pop in there, and I want a tag on the side there. Which one shall I use? I can mix up my tabs and put different ones on, can't I? Do I want that one? I don't know. Or do I just want the larger version of that? I think that might look good. Actually, no, I don't like those on the side. What next? Some just little basic ones I've made there in green. I could make the same in brown. No, I don't like it. I'm going to use one of the Stampin' Up ones. Decision made. I'm just going to burnish the edges on this because of the way the Cricut cuts. You know, if you are a die cutter, well, if you've got a Cricut, you'll know exactly what I mean. It leaves the edges slightly raised, and I don't personally like that. I think that's why I've never really got on with my Cricut that well for doing that. I use it in a very limited fashion. I don't have time really to explore it and find out what I can do with it. That just made me laugh using that word, explore it. It's called a Cricut Explore. So yeah, I'm going to pop that there. I like it there. Grab my Cosmic Shimmer. I think this one needs some kind of word or tab or little tag or label on it. Yeah, I got there in end label. I'm going to put that one in the middle-ish, because I like how I've got that bit of green showing there. So there we go. They're quite stiff these, so I'm just going to pop my trusty bulldog clip on for a second, just while it glues. And then I'll grab my little pot of labels to have a sift through them. I'm beginning to wonder, you know, if that one did need a label somewhere. Do you know, I quite like it like that. I do. I don't know. I think this one might look better with that green label on. I don't know if I need some pussy cuts on there. I can't decide. What do you think? Yeah, you never answer me. I don't suppose you ever will unless I do a live. And that's a very daunting prospect, doing a live. Oh, do you know, I actually like that on there. I really do. I like him. We've got a teensy bit of orange on the one behind the acetate and he looks good. I'm going to fussy cut him, put him on. I like him, you know, on a big green label. I think he looks good. Well, let's try for some more speed fussy cutting. I know some people don't like to watch inking and fussy cutting. Yeah, I don't know, I find it soothing to do. And I don't mind watching people inking and fussy cutting. Whee! Do I want to leave his feelers on or chop them off? I really do not like cutting round feelers. Sorry mate, they've gone. You didn't want them anyway. They look a bit spooky. You look much cuter without them. Poor little butterfly. Nearly there. It's very quiet, isn't it, when I do this? I know some people do it a lot quicker. I think he might look like he'd been trodden on if I tried to do it fast. So I'll stick to my own speed. Do you know, we get really boring moths where I live now. I used to live in Barnsley, quite near to a canal. We got the most amazing moths. I don't know if the canal had anything to do with it. Right, let's put a bit of ink around Mr. Butterfly. I've no idea why all my butterflies are male. I always call him Mr. Butterfly. Put a bit of ink around this label. And I'm going to come in with my brush and make this label look a little bit grungier. Oh, that's very grungy. But yeah, it's quite feasible. It's an old label with a stain on it. Yeah, I can live with that. Yeah. And we'll get my chair's squeaking really bad. We'll get the cosmic shimmer on it. I've now got the urge to put something behind the butterfly, like a little bit of paper or I don't know what. I think I'm going to have to, aren't I? That's my label. I'm going to put my label at that side. I just think it looks so good with that green. Yes, it does. Yeah, I want something behind Butterfly. I don't know what I want behind him. Perhaps a little bit of music paper. I do have some out from my previous collaging attempts. Oh no, I'll tell you what I want. Spiderweb ribbon. We love spiderweb ribbon. This. Yes, that's what I want. I might have to end up putting more glue on Mr. Butterfly. This is that, I can't describe it. It's stiffer than ribbon, and it looks like crazy paving. So yeah, let's come in and just mess the edges up, because it can also look a bit too perfect, this. I like a rougher piece a bit better. Yes, I'm going to have to put more glue on here so that it seeps through the spiderweb ribbon and onto the card. You can do it. It's quite an open weave, so it should work fine. Yeah, I want you there on that bit of web. Yeah, I'm happy now. It just needed something underneath it, but I didn't know what. And I really like how that little bit of orange, I think because we've got that green on his wings that matches in. Right, I'll take that off the clip now. And that needs something heavy on it while it sets. I'm just going to pop him on my windowsill under my notelet box. There you go. You'll see him again later. Right, I'm still not going to put anything on that. I don't think it needs it, because you can journal on that tag on the front and on the back. So no, I'm not putting anything on it. So we've got that one covered. Let's go to the back now. I want to round the corners on this one, and I want to put a fussy cut on here. And again, you know what, I think I might put it on spiderweb ribbon. I'm quite liking that. I did buy a green roll, but I've not used it yet. I don't think this needs much more green on it, does it? Yeah, that's lovely. We'll ink the edges. Yeah, I quite often do that. I'll make something and not use it for absolute months. I made these franking pages months ago. But I will make some more on camera, I think. They're really relaxing, really easy to do. And it really, especially if like me, you're used to, if you're stressing about where to place things when you collage, as I still do, it just takes that away. Right. Oh, I also want a reinforcement ring for there, don't I? I might have to cut one of those with my punch. Right, what do we want on here? Grab the fussy cut bag again. I seem to be going all butterflies, don't I? I've gone no flowers. I don't think I want anything other than a label on there, actually, because it's going to get tucked in there. You're not going to see much. I'll do some kind of fussy cuts on there. Yeah, that one needs to have just a label on, methinks. We'll put quite a large busy label on it. What have we got? Oh, we've got one of these green ones. Ooh, green one that goes upwards with numbers on. That looks good, with the background having numbers. That's just perfect. But I think I need to cut the corners off it. Grab scissors. I'm just working with a pile of rubbish here now, aren't I? That's how I work. Look, somehow that's got magnetised and stuck to my scissors. Paper clip. Yeah, I just want to cut these corners off. Oh, can I live with that? Yeah, that's neat enough. Ink those edges again. I'm not putting a lot on it, it's just basically covering up the edges where it's been cut. Miss Paintalot will say, if you cut it, ink it. Someone told her that and she swears by it now and lives by it. If you cut it, you will ink it. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to pop that. I think that's all that one needs. I really do. Right, let's attend to this journal card. Should I make it into a big tag? I think I might, but first I'm going to just round that off with the smallest of the corner rounders. Even if I'm putting a tag shape there, it just makes it easy to get in and out of your pockets. And it eliminates that, oh no, I've bashed the corner and damaged it. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to grab one of my cards that have got pre-cut corners on them. How does that one look? That one looks good. Morrison's Miles. Grab the big scissors. Yes. I always just line the edges up to the table like that. If I try and do it up in mid-air, I'll be a while. I'll ink my dauber up. I will go back and ink the backs of these before these get put in my Etsy shop. It's just, I think you're watching me do enough inking, aren't you? Yeah, I'll just go back and do the edges there. Right. That's now a tag shape. I think that needs a eyelet and it needs a bronze one. Yes. So eyelets, where are you? Here you are. Which one's bronze? That's bronze. Then it'll match the eyelets for the closure. Get me crocodile. I can't remember the name today. Quite often forget. Just eyeball it. I'm not measuring. I'm doing so well with this not measuring business. Oops. What's that got on it? It's already got one of the rings that goes on the back fastened to it. That saved me going back in box to get one, hasn't it? Yeah, some of these eyelets come with your eyelet part and a metal ring to go on the back that helps it. It helps it not to rip through the paper, and it does make it neater on the back. I ordered them by accident. Yeah, that's how the back looks then. And I do quite like it. Right, I do want to put some type of image on here. So grab those fussy cuts again. Can we move away from... That's not going to go, is it? I didn't want to do a butterfly, but I don't seem to have got much else apart from butterflies out. We have got the odd bird. We have got the odd bird. He don't look too bad, does he? We could put a few. Oh, another bird. I think I like him better. Thrush. He's cute. What we got there? Magpie type thing. I think we might have to put him on. But does he look a bit lost on that tag? It is a bit. He is a bit little for that tag, isn't he? I think the other one that looks a bit like a woodpecker looked a bit better. He didn't look like he was just plonked on. He looked like his tree branch were coming out from the side and he were there for a reason. Yeah, I think we're going to go woodpecker. I still want to put a cabbage white butterfly on. I can. No one says I can't. And a label. What label shall we use on here? Shall we use a blue one? Because so that picks out that little bit of blue on his chest. It's a very dark blue one. What do we reckon to that? I think I could go for that. We could even do more than one label if we so wish. Do you know what? I'm gonna. In fact, I don't want that one anymore. I'm gonna come in and put some half labels around the edge. Yeah, I can. Ooh, I've got one there with a number on. I quite like that. Yeah, we've turned this into a bit of a busy tag, haven't we? Oh, look at that one, dot writing on in green. Actually, it's got the exact same writing Yeah, it's just a different coloured tag. I do think it needs the green one rather than the brown. And again, I'm going to come in and cut across those corners. I think I might need to do some more trimming on these as well. I've got far too much green on that edge in comparison to the top and bottom. I don't think I want the full tag on though. I'm going to glue it on, hanging slightly off. So let's ink that edge. I think I'm going to glue this one on with my glue stick. It is a pretty thin paper I'm using. So if I use my glue stick, I'll be able to position it that bit better. So grab the glue stick. Then once it's on, I can chop the edge off. Yeah, I'd printed these on the back of some inserts for some invites that I'd done and not used. So yeah, I'm going to pop that there. Yeah, that looks about straightish. And I'm going to come in with my scissors and cut along that edge. Yeah, I like it. That's good. I'm going to pop that other little label there because we can. This one, because it's tiny, I'm going to use my Cosmic Shimmer for. I don't like to put too many 3D things on tags that are going in little pockets like that. I know I put something on the tag at the other side. I put the little bit of spider web on, but that's on the edge that doesn't go into the pocket really, isn't it? Yeah, I'm putting that bird on. I really want to put that bird on. I think this is ready for topping up again. That's it. All the way around edge. A squig across the middle. He's already been inked because he's already been auditioned for another project he's not made, by the looks of it. Yeah, I want him there. There he goes. And I'm having a butterfly up near the top. Yep, that's been inked as well. Quiet again. That's him. I don't know why I always put my butterflies going that way. I think I'm going to have him going that way. Yeah. And I quite like that. Yeah. There's a lot going off on that, but I think it balances out really nicely. I don't know what I'm going to put in the top. I think it's going to have to be a bit of twine, isn't it? It's going to have to be a bit of twine to be in keeping with the closure. So I've just snipped it off. Oh, it just reminded me of something daft we were watching on TV. Well, not daft. I don't know how we got onto the subject. But I've got my twine hung up, so it's all, I've got all lengths of twine, look, dangling down. So I've just cut a piece off. And I remembered an April Fool thing that BBC did. It turns out it was 1957. They did a panorama report reporting on the spaghetti harvest in, I think it was Switzerland. And I obviously was not around in 1957, but TV wasn't as it is now when I was young. And I do remember seeing that on an Esther Ransom programme. I thought it absolutely hilarious. More so that people actually believed it. But they would, wouldn't they? I mean, in 1957, no one had internet. We didn't have mobile phones. People didn't have TV. Not everyone had TVs. Very few people had TVs. So if when that was on TV by a reputable programs such as Panorama, you're going to believe it. And it was so funny. It showed them cutting the spaghetti down from the trees, and it just reminded me of that when I cut my twine. Yeah, and then they laid it in baskets and they put it out in the sun to dry. Yeah. Let's pop that in and see how it looks. Oh, I do. I like that. Oh, yes. We're liking you. So that's that. Oh, we did do that other one. We put him to dry, didn't we? We put it to dry under my notelet box. There you go. Oh, that's all dry now. So that pops in there. You just see butterfly peeping out. I think this is well and truly butterfly themed, isn't it? Even my grunge has to be covered in butterflies. So the last thing left to do on this is this. And I'm going to collage this pretty similar to how I did the front. So I might as well crack on and get that one done, haven't we? I might have to go digging for a larger fussy cut though to put on front. When I say I want to use what I've got and not cut any more fussy cuts out, I don't mean only one I own, are those few in that little envelope. Nah, I've got a tin of them. I don't tend to put the tin, get the tin out when I'm filming with my lights on because you get an awful glare. I've filmed videos that I've not been able to use in the past because of that. I have learnt now, and I'm saving myself time not having to film the videos twice. So let's grab the fussy cut tin. Here we go. I'll try and show it you so it's not glaring. There you go. It's my Scottish shortbread tin. Love it. Yum, 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 yum. Right, because there is so much glare from the back of the tin, I'm just going to grab a couple of handfuls and hope we have got something suitable for this journal card. We should have. That I'm liking that already. I wish I could remember which book, what that book was called. I do have it. So, is it? It might be the illustrated book of Wildflowers actually. So that's a contender. I didn't like those butterflies with black on outside. I've not fussy cut many of those. We don't want a rose. We definitely don't want the white rabbit. I don't know what he's got in there. These are my botanical and floral fussy cuts. These just seem a bit too delicate when you look at what we've got on the front. That does look like it might, it's in keeping, isn't it, with what we've already done. So I think we're looking for maybe, oh that's lovely, but that's way too big. We've got daisies, that's too big. What's that one? Possibility, that one. Possibility. I think I need to get some more fussy cutting done, to be honest. I've got lots done. I'm saying I want to use them up now. I'm saying I want to do more fussy cutting from books. I don't need to be printing anything out to fussy cut it. I just need to be getting some fussy cuts from books. So let's find a suitable butterfly. Let's try and find one that's already cut, so we're not doing any more fussy cutting. He's already cut. I like him. We've not had that one, have we? He's going to be the one. So, the birds we didn't use. Yeah, I think that's the one we're going to use. Yep. I'm still looking through them, and I'm saying, yep, that's the one I'm going to use. Yep, completely that one. And I'm still looking for more. So stop it, woman. Put those to one side. And just go with ones you chose. Or you really could be here. Oh, yeah. Right, I'm not putting them all back in the tin now. They're just getting popped to one side. And I will put them away after the video. She says. Right. Which one of these? I do like that. I like that. but I don't know if it's the right colours. This was the one I liked first, wasn't it? But then it's going to be a little bit lost on its own on that journal card, I feel. That one's... might like that one. No. I'm not always as confident at putting more than one image on a collage together and overlapping them. Someone who is good at that is Fiona at Miss Paintalot. Do you know what? I think that does go. I'm going to go with that one. I like it. And I'm going to go with that butterfly. I like him. So let's get on with collaging a background for those two. Don't overthink it. That's what I keep telling myself and what I hear other people say. So I'm taking mine and others' advice. Bit of book page, back to my usual formula. Bit of book page, bit of music paper. How big's that piece? That might be too small. I am running low on that music paper. I have got some more stashed away on my bookshelf. I need to get some more out and take some more pages out of the books. Oh, they're much better sizes, aren't they? And we need some green. Which bit of green shall we use? I did leave a little bit of one of them. So it's going to be the first one I come to in this little pile on my desk. Oh, is it in here? In my fussy cutting box that keeps getting fuller and fuller. Ooh, that's a little bit of green. That might be too small an amount of green. That might be green that disappears into the background. That's all I've got. Oh, here we go. Look, I've got a folder full of pieces. Folder full. Oh, look at that piece. That's fabulous. So let's get doing the background. Move your fussy cuts over out of your way and decide how they're going to go. So we're going to have some book page, some music and some green. Back with my threes. Not worrying too much about. I like that. Could put another piece of music paper there. I think that's too white. I need to use this Emma page, I really do, because it's got a much creamier tone to it. That I like. Some music paper up there. I think I want to turn that green round. I want a different piece of green. I want the green to go all the way along the bottom. Oh, that's a much bigger piece, isn't it? Yeah, much better. That could go all the way up there. Oh, yeah, it could. I'm overthinking it again now, aren't I? Emma can go there. And then we can have a bit of music paper up there. Too much Emma. That's too... Sorry, Emma, we don't want to see that much of you, love. Could put you at top. Could put that over you. We're going to end up just doing it. We're just going to end up doing it like this. Do it. Rip it. And so that's done. You're going to have flowers on top here. You're going to have labels on top here and butterflies. You're not the star of the show. Piece of green paper. I've ended up with just 3 green stripes of things now, haven't I? Too much Anne. Emma. There's a lady's name on page. It says it twice, Anne. You're going to go under there. But you're going to go like that. And I'm going to put a label there. Done. So, we'll put that one down first. Get the glue book out. Get the glue stick back out. Running out of desk space again, aren't I? Can you even see me doing that? Yeah. So you went there, didn't you? You certainly did. Yeah, we like. It's gone just off the edge of my journal card there, so you're going to get snipped off. There you go. Then that went on, and Emma on top, didn't she? Yes. Yes. So, come in and ink that a little bit. I think I need another dip in my ink pad. I'll just tear this top page of the glue book off again, as it's been used quite a few times. So I'll be putting all three of these books in my Etsy shop by the time this video goes out. Right. Grab my baby wipe. She said, "Where's my baby wipe? Can anyone see my baby wipe?" No idea where it's gone. Let's grab a new one. No, that's not baby wipes. Oh, use your fingers, woman. Craft-a-lanch. Oh no. Craft-a-lanch. Right, where's my music paper? We've done that, haven't we? This book page. I'm getting tired now. It's getting on here now. It's about, I think it's about 11 o'clock at night. Which is the time I'm most, I like to craft at this time. I think I'm most creative. But it's a lot more tiring when you're filming it. It really is. Glue stick. Craft-a-lanch again. I'm going to take that off. I don't want covered in glue. It's the 11th hour. We're on the home stretch now. This is the last one we've got to decorate. And I'm only decorating the front of it so you can use the back of it for journaling. I'm just going to lift this up to get it on straightish. That's a word you'll hear often from me, straightish. There we go, that's straightish. I quite like that. It's quite random, isn't it? So I want a big label down here to make up for the fact that we've got a big hole in our collaging. Ooh, no, I can't put that on, I don't like it. I do want another one that goes up. Do you remember that label we put on the tag? I want one that sort of size. Ooh, I like that. That's got numbers on. I think that looks good there.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Really don't know what we asked her. I know when I've mentioned a name, people have said that theirs have like answered me at home, so I will refrain from calling her by name, even though, yeah, if I can say that word and I've got people's ones people's electronic devices are hearing it and responding, yet mine isn't, what does that say? Because she's as close to me almost as my microphone is. Do you think I ought to be contacting Amazon and telling them she's faulty? I don't know. Right, that's my label. I like that. This. Oh, we're going to put that in that corner, won't we? We can't do that now. I've put a label on. Can we? Oh. Do I need to change my mind on what we're going to use? Do I need to put that one on instead? No, I don't like it. We did have that one. It's got the dog rose on. Is it in keeping with the front of this? Do you know what? I think it is. So, we've changed our mind about you at the 11th hour. I quite like that. So let's ink the edge up. Happy accident. I wasn't happy about having my flower at the bottom right corner and all this empty space up top. Everything happens for a reason. Grab my brush and I'm just gonna come in and get rid of some of this white like I did on the front one. I'm not going to get any on that lovely rose. I'm saying dog rose, it's not, it's a rose, is it? I don't know. They're rose hips and they're the flowers. Is that what a dog rose is? How many times I've looked at that Edith Holden book and I couldn't tell you. Right, I'm going to use glue stick on the centre of the back and I'm going to use some cosmic shimmer around the edges again. That's my favourite way to do big pieces, when they are the focal point on a collage. So get those edges done. No idea how long this video has gone on. Wake up! That was for anyone who'd nodded off. I think I quite like it like that. Yeah. I still want to put my butterfly on though. Where's he gone? Here he is hiding. I don't know if he's the right butterfly now. I don't think he's the right butterfly, you know. So we're going to have another butterfly saga, aren't we? I want to use another cabbage white. But I always use those cabbage whites. I like them. Could I use a green one like we've got on front? Because I really do like those as well. Yes, we could. So again, more fussy cutting people. Let's try and speed fussy cut this one. Oh, it's a bit quicker than usual. I'm doing a butterfly, not a caterpillar. Don't cut the wings off. Pretty impressed with myself on the speed with this one. I hope you don't think your device is broken when I stop talking. I do that when I listen to people, you know. I have my certain crafters I like to have on in background while I'm working. And if it goes quiet, I think, oh, has my battery gone? No, your battery ain't gone, it's still there. I'm just slowing down because it's getting late. But I'm determined to finish this. We're on the last element. I wouldn't call that speed fussy cutting, I'd call that a little bit quicker than last time fussy cutting. Get some ink on those white edges. Love it. I can keep using the same butterfly because he's cute. I have used other butterflies. It's not as if it's the only butterfly I've used. It just has two appearances. Once on the front cover and once on this back cover journal card. Right. Let's pop you on, mate. I like you. So there we have it. That's our journal card. I've not gone for any bling on this little paper bag journal. It's quite a little grungy one. We like a bit of grunge. Right, I'll tidy up when you've gone. I'll just bring the whole book back in now. And I have to say, I'm really happy with how this has gone. I think the only another addition we can put on this is a little butterfly charm. So look at that. I'm going to put it in for now, and then I will take it back out and put it somewhere to lie flat, because we've put quite a few layers on there. Oh, I do like. Yeah, I'm glad we went for a bird. Breaks up the monotony of butterflies. Oh, we need something on there, don't we? I was going to put a tag on, a ring on, using my tag punch, my hole punch. I don't honestly know where that is at the moment. Could be anywhere. I'm looking, but I can't see it. It's one of those things I have all over. It's where I last used it. Sometimes I have it downstairs. Let's pop a ready-made one on instead. Let's get... Sorry if I'm touching my microphone. I can see them. There we go. Gotcha. I need to find somewhere else to put the things that I can't quite get to. Oh, we are sticking out the bottom. I've got these. It's a little box of Blick ones, and I'm going to come in and ink them up with this brush. They come as the white paper ones, hole reinforcers. I think I need more ink for that. Yeah, that's better. I'm just going to pop one of those round. There we go. I think that just finishes that off nicely. And it's done. It's finished. So we've got 40 pages. We've got our journal card there. We've got our bookmark there. We've got our large tag there, just with a little piece of twine on. And then we've got our little tag there. I'm really quite happy with how that's turned out. Thank you for a wonderful idea, Tanya. So let's fasten that up. The next time you'll see these will be in my Etsy shop. They'll either be already there or going in shortly. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you probably with a shorter video next time. If you are new to my channel and you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll get notified when I upload new videos. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.